Cecilia Jones, Director for Communication, part of the E3 squad. Today we're at Little Elm High School inside Miss Morrow's engineering class where they're working on the Robot Challenge project. So this has been a 2-week project, and today it is at the end of the project where they're actually testing their robot and all the coding that they've done. You can see their instructions on the project. Today they are trying to build one of these 2 castles using the coding that they programmed into their robot to see if it actually works. So we're going to go and see what they're learning and how they're troubleshooting through this process. So let's go see what it's all about.
Okay, so the kids were tasked with designing and creating a robot that can do 2 tasks. The first one is get through a maze autonomously, only using sensors, so they can't control it at all. And then the second one is program it to where when they press buttons on a controller, like a video game, they can control it and build a castle out of wooden blocks.
So we've been witnessing this challenge too, and it's a lot harder than you think. What makes it the most challenging part?
So the most challenging part is the code, because when you think something's gonna work, so if you use an if statement, if I press this button, then this should happen. It doesn't always happen in the order you think it will, or at all, because a brain is only as good as, and this is the brain, is only as good as its coder. And if you have conflicting code, then you might think it's supposed to do one thing, but it doesn't do anything, or it does another. So getting the code in the right order and the right phrasing will help. So like if they say go forward, then it'll keep going forward no matter what. And they're like, okay, well, when you sense something, maybe they put when the distance sensor senses an object that's 8 inches. Well, if that object is not exactly 8 inches, it will just keep going forward. It has to be exactly 8. So they have to code it to where it's 8 or less, or 8 or more. If they're not very specific, then they're gonna have issues, as some of them are finding out.
Well, I was impressed watching the kids on the computer, and they're using some kind of program that is so foreign to me. Can you tell me what this is?
Okay, so VEX is the manufacturer of these components and these electronics. So we use their coding website, and it's got already kind of predetermined controls and whatnot. So for example, spin motor forward, whatever motor he tells us. So these are motors. Whatever motor they say to spin forward, when it gets to that command, it will do just that, spin forward.
So I went back and looked at the very beginning, and they had to design it, and they built it. So they built it basically from the ground up, with just the little pieces that we saw over here, the little nuts and bolts and steel components.
Yep, and they could look online to see, because this has been done many, many times before, so they can look online and choose a previous design and just build that, or they could go rogue and design their own. It's their choice, and whatever gets the job done.
We have something for you.
Oh, yeah.
So this is our E3 Pro sticker, and we want you to put this on your window so all of your peers can see that you are an E3 Pro, that you design engaging lessons that keep the kids involved. In fact, even you were so engaged, it was almost like we didn't exist in the room. So we appreciate what you do. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you do.